Leading up to the WA-ASEAN 2022 summit, Import-Export TV looks at trade between Thailand and Australia and what impact COVID has had on the two countries. As a top 10 trading partner, Thailand continues to be an important market for Australia. We chat to Trade Commissioner of Thai Trade Centre Wanasri Jotikabukkana about what initiatives are currently in place to engage further trade growth. We also talk to a Thai Australian meat exporter from Perth about trade growth. Import-Export TV is a proud media partner of the summit, helping promote and celebrate the hybrid event. Here's more from the Trade Commissioner. Thank you for joining us this morning, Ms. Wanasri Jotikabukkana, all the way from Sydney as Royal Thai Consulate General. Would you please explain to us, as a top 10 trading partner, Thailand continues to be an important market for Australia. The question is, what trade opportunities do you see between Australia and Thailand?
All right. Well, first, may I introduce myself a little bit. My name is Wanasri Jotikabukkana. I'm a director or a commissioner of trade, Thai Trade Office in Sydney. Well, I've currently been here for only 2 months, but I've been as a deputy director in Madrid, in Spain, quite some time, and then be a director in Milan, and so. I have experience in the trading areas a bit, and I can see a lot of opportunity with Thailand and Australia. Before we go that, I would like to touch a bit about the Thai Trade Office doing. We are the government organizations under Department of International Trade Promotions. Yeah. We are a Ministry of Commerce, so my main task is about to stimulate trade and strengthen the trade relations between Thailand exporter and international our local trade partner. Yeah. So we have quite Thai Trade offices. We have all around the world in the major cities. We have 58 offices. Okay. So we are working together with Thailand. We have a trade representative in every provinces, 77 provinces. So we have a broad connection. So this is to supporting, to link the local market to global. So whatever you want to do, anyone want to do business in Thailand, through seeking with the right partner to find the trade opportunities, whatever. We are all here to support with no charge, nothing. Yeah. So this is roughly what Thai Trade and what I'm doing. All right.
Beautiful. Well, thank you for explaining that. And I guess perhaps the first question would be, before we dive into the other question that I did ask, the question would be, why did you decide to then come from Madrid all the way to Australia, and how did that decision come about?
Well, this is a decision made from the headquarters in Thailand. Okay. So they are appointing the director. This is a tools mechanism we call it Team Thailand, and we have Thailand synchronized with the international. So what we've been doing, as I told you, we create the marketing activities and we stimulate the trade. We supporting Thai exporter and also the local partner. So the main activity I did in here, that will be our plan, is to attending the trade fair, trade shows that we've been doing for many years, attending the trade fair of food, fine food Australia, right? Also the ACA gift fair, and also the Thai Australian auto aftermarket, right? Okay. Likewise, we invite Australian importer to Thailand, attending the fair. For example, Bangkok Gems and Jewelry, Thai food, and gift fair. This is just a beginning of connecting trade, to exchange trade, to get to know each other, and then they will lead for the investment. So, this is the normal trade that we've been doing.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. Yeah. So how has that been going then, as a top 10 trading partner? How has that relationship between Thailand and Australia been evolving?
We've been uh, seeking for the right partner for the investing to buying to to expand the import and export to increasing and searching for the new product to meet the need of both two countries. I mean, I try to say like we are not focusing just importing or exporting. We do two ways. So because we believe that the trade is should be uh, win-win for the two parties.
Yeah.
So we are we've been supporting for the industrial, which is uh, the major industry is about auto parts or air condition parts or rubber and things. But with the COVID, we've been blocked down with the logistic things. So we're thinking to shift from the major product and we're expanding to the service sector. We have a strength in hospitality, hotel and restaurant, and the tourism. We have like 10 about 2,100 Thai visit Australia for a tourism, and also we have a Thai student here in Australia, about 20,000 each year. This is a long-term investment, and we are welcome Australian to Thailand. So this is the major tools to get to know each other and leading to the trade.
Yeah.
And, okay.
No, that's fair enough. Well, thank you for explaining that. I guess, you touched a little bit on COVID. The next question would be, how has COVID impacted those relationships and what has suffered as a result of that?
Well, actually, COVID impact to not only Thai or Australian, is impact to the whole world. We are suffering, for the economic terms, for the living life, social life. So what we are trying to do, like in the physical, we cannot transport, and so we try to uh, concentrate more on online. We are creating the online business matching. This is a tailor-made to for Thai people with our counterpart. So with the online business matching, we put together the needs, and we searching for the right potential clients for our partners. So you can trust on this because we have a wide network in Thailand. So whatever Australia needs, we will put together your needs so we can supporting to make the business matching online is become perfect.
And are you confident now with some sort of a normal life coming back to its origins? Now that Melbourne is being vaccinated and the whole of Australia is on track with that, are you hopeful that things will somewhat go back to normal to what it was now that we are heading towards the right direction?
Yeah, I've been, confident that things will be get better, and at least we get used to, right now, everybody get used to do the life with the online. We are shopping online. E-commerce is become our normals, and with this trade online, there is no boundary, so we can move on and going on trade, and especially for next year, we try to adopt the theme of the trade by applying the sustainability. We are concerned on the environment. So we using this concept to our product and service, which we hope this will meet the Australian market expectation. So you can confidence on the product and service that Thai will bring into Australian market for the future.
Yeah. Now, how would you describe trade nowadays, and especially as an aftermath of COVID? I mean, would you describe it as an agile industry where, you mentioned e-commerce, the fact that things have just been moving towards a newer direction, going from what previously was to new outlooks. How agile is the industry?
For in Thailand, what we're trying to do is, as I mentioned, like a trade fair is a key mechanism that we try to connecting. We are creating the virtual trade fair. Virtual trade fair. With this virtual, we try to you know to make things easier for both of us. I mean, things can do everything online. So the virtual trade fair, you can feel, you can see, or with the support of us, you can, we try to keep connections and linking the needs and for, I mean, everything will be online. I
Yeah.
mean, in a sense,
Okay. No, that's right. And with the WA-ASEAN Summit being held in March in Perth next year, what are you hoping to achieve from that?
With this, I know ASEAN and APEC is very essential, the coordinate of the free trade area, which Thailand's been do agreement with Australia with the TAFTA, Thai-Australian free trade. So with this, the duties we're going to be up to zero. That will be good for both country. And with this, we are imply and implement all these uh, opportunities to Thai exporter for Thailand to know that the benefit they're gonna get from the zero duty free, and to promoting the trade by using the benefit of this. So what we've been doing is like we promote this benefit and also the events that's upcoming, so people see the opportunity and see the benefits with joining more and understand the mechanism. And especially for next year, Thailand will be the host of APEC, which we passed through New Zealand last year, the host, and passed to Thailand. So next year, Thailand hosting the APEC. We using the same concept of BCG, as I tell you before. BCG is bio, circular, and green. So which is to sustainable and preventing, to balancing trade, socials, and environments in balancing. So this idea gonna be the concept that we will educate and deliver to Thai people to understand and to be aware, and in order to strengthen the trade and see how it's important and useful for them.
Yeah, lovely. Well, thank you so much for explaining all of that, Ms. Wanasri. It was a real pleasure chatting to you, and hopefully we do get to meet you in person at the summit next year in March.
All right. Okay. Hope to see you then.
Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Think about the clothes you're wearing, the food you're eating, or even the furniture in your home. There is a story and history associated with every product you've ever bought. Unfortunately, sometimes the workers who make your products are subjected to terrible working conditions, are not treated fairly, or the manufacturing process is harmful to the environment. There are many forms of modern slavery and damaging production methods, but it's up to us, industry leaders and the consumers themselves, to take a stand so that we can contribute to a healthier planet and to changing the lives of everyone involved across the global supply chains for the better. Ethical Trade Alliance enables buyers to make informed choices on all of the products they purchase.
Now, joining us all the way from Perth is Akapol Srisangfa, the Managing Director of Landfar Australian Meat Exports. Now, Akapol, how long have you been exporting meat from Australia to Thailand?
So we start from 2002. That when we start the business for the first shipments from Australia to Thailand.
And what exactly do you export? What sort of meat?
So we starting with the beef, the Austrian beef to Thailand, and following with the lamb and pork offals to Thailand.
Okay. And what sort of a niche did you see in the market when you first joined, and why did you decide on the meat export?
So I have a great opportunity to meet with my friends and his father, who are sheep producers and the beef producers farms, and then they would like to expand their business for export the beef and lamb to Thailand or to overseas. And that is, I'm seeing the opportunity, and it's something that we can start because I'm Thai and then I know the market. I can speak Thai because the Thai, the bilingual is a key of successful on my business.
Okay.
Yes.
Definitely. How has trade changed over the 20 years, Akapol, would you say, between Australia and Thailand, and specifically over the last 18 months or 20 months of COVID?
So the trade between Australia and Thailand is become more flexible in terms of import tariff between Australia and Thailand. Since the free trade agreement size and it make the tariff for the meat import from Australia become cheaper than before. Actually is become from 50% tariff rate to zero from 2020.
Yeah.
So this is more very, very good opportunity for the farmers and the exporter like me who can export the product to Thai market with zero tariff. Yes.
What are the volumes? What are we talking about on a yearly basis? How much do you export?
So last year not a good year because of the COVID. So the turnover is around 1.5 million, usually about $3 to $4 million per year.
Okay,
right?
so it's taken a significant hit during the COVID time, your business, hasn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes.
And how are you finding the aftermath of that? How are you pulling through?
The COVID is affecting the customer confidence and again the supplier confidence too. So things are uncertainties and this is make difficulty for running a business with uncertain times, uncertain policy and many things that we don't sure what gonna be, right?
Yeah.
So it's challenging, and that because of the farmer, for example, they need to plan what they're gonna grow. It takes some time to produce a good cattle. It's not happening in sudden, Yeah. So it's hard for us. Yeah.
So how do you forecast and how do you stay on top of the ever-changing rules and regulations?
With the COVID, do you mean that?
Yeah.
So we take a risk to do the business and thinking positive way on what we are thinking, right? So if we think negative way, we do not think now, but we decide to taking the positive thinking and outcome that COVID will be under control.
Yeah.
And this is what we're doing.
As a Thai Australian exporter, do you find that you do have that support if needed by the Australian and the Thai governments to continue?
Yes, we have been a very great support from Australia as we are Australian company exporting, the product from Australia to Thailand, to overseas. So this is how the Australia has supporting us for all informations and promoting and all the resources we can it available for us to get. Yep.
Yeah. Now, the WA-ASEAN Summit is taking place in Perth next year in March. What are your thoughts about that and plans? Do you plan on attending?
Yes, we are planning to attending and we hopefully we can promote to the new people, but with what we have and what we can do post-COVID. And we are still trading and we are ready to do more business for Asian countries, of course. Yes.
Now, when you say you're ready to do more business, what exactly are you hoping to achieve by the WA-ASEAN Summit in March?
So we want to promote the Australian beef to the country like beside Thailand, like Singapore, more do business more with Singapore, also doing more business with Cambodia,
Okay.
Laos, and Vietnam as well. So that is our objective for expand the market more to those countries with the consistency business.
Correct.
Thank you, Akapol. Very much appreciated. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, that's it. Yep.
Lovely. Well, best of luck with your business going forward, and we'll see you at the WA Summit next year in March.
Thank you.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.